Hello.
Hey Magnus, what's up?
Hey man, how's it going?
Really good, really good. Welcome to RockEyez, and
Thank you.
cool, cool. Your band Freedom is putting out a new album shortly. But before we get started with that, you were in another band in 2015. Can you tell me anything about that other band?
I was in another band. Well, I've been in a bunch of different bands. Which one are you referring to?
I don't know. It just said you were when I was doing my research. It said you were in another band around 2015.
Well, I guess 2015 I was playing in a band called Skyrider.
Uh-huh.
I had this like stoner metal band.
Right,
I guess it kind of ended in 2015, but
right.
then I had a band called Electronauts. I guess that was around 2015. Yeah.
Wow, Electronaut.
Yeah.
We reviewed that.
No, you didn't because we never released anything.
Oh, because I remember a band. It was like I don't know. I'll send you an email and I'll show you.
Yeah, it wasn't us because we never released anything. But it
Right.
was actually the first band I had with our current bass player in Freedom.
Cool, cool. Now, you're going by Magnus Monroe, but before that, you were Magnus Berglund.
Yeah, I still am. But
Uh-huh.
you know, you need a stage name. It sounds cooler.
Cool, 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 cool. Now, your self-titled debut came out in 2021. Can you tell me anything about that? I know you added later another guitar player, and with that album, you put out what? White vinyl?
Yep, it's correct. The first pressing was white. The second one was black. And we did that as a trio. I did
Uh-huh.
all the guitar work on that one.
Right.
And the point was never to be a three piece. We always wanted a second guitar player. So Matte joined pretty shortly after the first album was released.
Oh, cool.
First, as a live guitar player, and then he just became full time, sort of.
Right. Now the white vinyl, how many pressings did you do with the white vinyl?
We did that ourselves, and we did 200 copies of the first one, and I think it sold out in 2 weeks.
Right. So it's a collector item now.
Yeah, I've actually seen it on Discogs.
Uh-huh.
It goes for at least twice the amount we sold it for.
Wow. 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 Now, your music changed a little bit, not really a lot from the first release to the second release. Um, the second release, I mean, I heard the whole thing, which is Stay Free, what comes out May 17th on Sound Pollution and Wild Kingdom.
Yep.
And how is it working with that company?
Well, they're old friends of mine. So, I mean, I used to work in their record store,
Wow.
like before the pandemic. And Kalle, the record label manager, he's just a legend in the business. And
Right.
I mean, we just love working with them.
Cool, cool.
So yeah, it's great.
Cool, cool. When I'm listening to the new release and stuff like that, I get a feeling of Tom Petty, Wallflowers, stuff like that. And do you agree or you don't agree?
Yeah, sure. I mean, the Tom Petty, and we usually get Tom Petty, Bruce Springsteen, a bit of power pop, like Big Star and stuff like that.
Right.
I've actually never heard the Wallflowers reference before, but I dig them, so
Cool,
I
cool,
like it.
cool, cool. Now I think you have like ten tracks on this album.
Yeah,
10
correct.
tracks. Was there any ones difficult trying to record in the studio with?
I mean, there was an 11th song that never made it onto the album. We tried it. It's one of those songs that we've tried forever in
Right.
rehearsals, but it just never sort of grooved. And we tried it in the studio. I mean, it was done and written and everything, but it just didn't gel. So
Right.
we decided to keep working on it. So maybe that will end up on the third album. But other than that, I it just went smoothly.
Right.
I mean, it's a very organic process. We just rehearse everything, and then you don't have anything decided how it's gonna sound when you go into the studio. You just sort of you lay down the basic tracks, and you sort of let the song guide your way. You know,
Right. 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 How long did it take to record?
We recorded all the basic tracks in one day, and then spent maybe in total 3 4 days doing
Uh-huh.
vocals and overdubs.
Right, right, right. What do you listen to now? What kind of music you listen to at present?
Well, today I was listening to a lot of old power pop stuff. We're
Uh,
doing like a Freedom DJ night thing.
right,
So I was trying to find, music that's inspired us, but kind of you can DJ as well.
right,
So a lot of deep cuts into the Steve Bators catalog, Johnny Thunders. I mentioned Big Star before.
right,
A lot of those old classic power pop bands. Cheap Trick, of course.
right,
Stuff
right,
like
right.
this.
Cool, cool. How do you enjoy making the videos?
That was fun.
Yeah, you like that?
I love making videos. It's a shame you don't I mean you can't put too much money into it
Right,
because it doesn't really pay back, but
right.
I love it. I That's one of my goals, to sort of learn how to make videos myself so we can just pump up videos whenever we feel like it.
Now, is merchandise a big product of the band?
Yeah, for sure. We do our own t-shirts. We've done patches and trucker hats and stuff like that. And we're working on some new stuff now to come out with the new album. So yeah, merchandise is. I mean, it's the only thing you make money from, really. So
Right,
you
yeah,
need to have some killer merch.
right, right, right. How's the music scene in Sweden?
In Sweden, I don't know. I mean, I'm in the Stockholm bubble, kind of.
Right,
But the Stockholm rock and roll scene is pretty vibrant. It's
uh-huh,
pretty good. I don't think you can compare it to the general Swedish music
right,
scene, because a lot of the Swedish music you hear is pretty shit, you know.
right, yeah, yeah.
But but the Stockholm scene has always been good.
Cool,
I
cool.
mean, we're a pretty typical Stockholm band, and a lot of our friends we love. Some of my favorite bands are from here. So
Right, right. Why do you get this feeling, or I get this feeling, that Sweden is like the mecca for music? Everybody's looking to Sweden, and for years now, not recent, quite a long time. Like the best bands come out of Sweden.
well, we have a lot of opportunities here, you know. Like when I started playing in bands, I was like in junior high, and we could all use we could stay in school after hours and just use
Right,
the music halls, and it was for free. And uh you could go to music school for free.
right.
I
Wow.
mean, when I went to high school, I got free guitar lessons and vocal lessons for 3 years. So I don't know that many places you can do that in.
Yeah, everything's money here. Yeah, everything. Will this new album come out on vinyl too?
Yeah, for sure. I actually got the vinyl today. It looks great. I haven't listened to it yet, but it looks great.
Um, when you play a show, how long is usually your set?
I mean, we play pretty sweaty shows, so we try to keep it to an hour.
Right, that's
I
cool.
mean, yeah, I think everything over an hour, you start pushing your limits a little bit, you know.
Right.
I was listening to someone talk about Springsteen shows, and he's doing like 3 4 hour shows.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, it's really hard to keep it interesting for that long. I think anything more than an hour, you need to be really good at what you're doing.
Right.
It's like watching a movie. If it's too long, it needs to be really good.
Right. Yeah. Wow. Wow. What's the feeling like when someone asks for your autograph?
I don't know, man. It's cool. I mean, I don't think about it too much.
Yeah.
I guess the day people aren't asking for your autograph, that's when you need to worry, kind of. But
Yeah.
I don't
Uh,
mind it. It's fun.
what are your hopes for this release coming up?
We want to tour more. I think
Uh,
that's our hopes, to
yeah.
sort of open some doors, maybe get some booking companies, booking agencies working with us. We're talking to some now, and with the first album, we did everything kind of DIY,
Uh-huh.
and that was cool. But working with a label this time, I think it's gonna open some more doors for us. because we really wanted to get a good booking agency on the first album, but it was just too hard because we didn't have any labels backing us up and nobody really knew who we were. So
Right, right, right.
hoping to change that now.
Have you played outside of Sweden yet?
Yeah, we've played in Germany a couple of times and we played in Denmark.
Now, do you ask for anything special, like backstage for you guys to eat or anything like that, or whatever comes, you eat?
No,
Yeah,
no,
cool, cool.
nothing fancy.
No, cool, cool. Um, you're writing new material already?
Yep, I'm always writing.
Uh,
I'm working on the third album now. Whenever we're done making one album, I think I just want to keep the momentum going because I've noticed when you stop writing, it's really hard to get back into it. It's
right,
kind of like working out, you know. If you
right.
stop for too long, you kind of, you know, it's too much work getting back into it, and you know, it's too
Yeah,
drawn out. So I
that's
just want to keep working. Kind
yeah, that's me all the time, lazy. You know, just, I just retired, so I got real lazy quick. You know,
of. Well,
uh,
congratulations to you.
thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a good feeling, because at least like you got music. When you retire, you could go full-time music, even though you probably are already. But I mean, this way you could do it at your leisure. You want to go in the studio one day, you do. You don't, you whatever you want. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
I
You
was
know.
talking to one of my colleagues. I work in a guitar store,
Okay.
and he just retired after working in that store for like 45 years. And I
Yeah.
asked him, well, like what do you do now? He's like, I want to play guitar again. That's what I'm doing.
Wow.
I got sick of playing guitar after 40 years, but now we want to do it again. So
Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, it's a haul. Yeah, I was at my job 46 years. So it's I get the time more time with my family now. So it's good, you know. So if there's anything you could accomplish with this album, what would it be?
like I said, open some doors and get out there touring, playing more shows.
Right. Cool, cool.
That's all we really want to do. I mean, we've already kind of learned how to make albums, I guess. Uh, I mean, now we just want to become like the world's greatest live band. That's everyone's dream, kind of.
If there was ever a band that you never got to see that you'd like to see, who would that be?
Probably Van Halen because it's like my childhood heroes,
Uh-huh.
and you know, I'm too young. I missed them. So plus, they never sort of toured outside the states. They came to Sweden, I think, once in the '90s. But
Right. Cool, cool.
did you see them?
No, I didn't get to see them.
No,
Never did. I mean, I saw a lot of shows, but not them. So who's it, David or Sammy?
David.
David. So what do you
I like Sammy too. Come on, David.
you know?
I was
So
reading this quote from David the other day, where it's like, I used to go jogging, but the
uh,
ice cubes kept falling out of my drink.
that's David.
That's David.
He hasn't really changed at all his style or nothing. Even like at this present time, he's still a showman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
always has been, always will be.
Cool, cool, cool. Is anybody in the '80s that you really liked a lot besides Van Halen?
In the '80s, I mean, I'm a huge pop fan, so I mean, anything from a Michael Jackson to I was listening to Kim Wilde on my
Oh
way
yeah, I
home
like her.
today.
I like her.
I
Yeah.
mean, we actually covered one of her songs,
Uh-huh.
but I mean, she's made some bangers, man.
Right, 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 right.
So yeah, and I see you have Queen and Metallica back
That's
there.
all bands I photographed.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because I was a concert photographer, so I still
I
am.
think I think if I got to go back in time and see like a certain band in a certain period, I would have loved to see Metallica around, you know, like 87, 88, when they
Yeah,
were just thrashing out and just furious, you know.
right. Yeah, definitely, definitely. They're they're amazing. I
Yeah.
wish I got to see them in the club scenes, but I only got to see them in the like big stadiums and stuff like that.
But there's like this sweet spot. I think it's like around the Justice era where they're playing like bigger venues, but it's
Right.
still kind of clubs. But you
Yeah.
can just see they're so furious, and you can just feel how they're breaking out of the club scene and just are ready to go into the arenas, kind of.
Right. 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 What's your feeling about downloads on your music?
Downloads. I don't really care. I mean, if people hear your music, that's great. I mean, I never got to release music before the download age, so I don't really have anything to compare to.
Oh, cool. Cool. And what do you think about vinyl making a resurgence?
That is great. I love vinyl. I'm a vinyl collector. I like to listen to vinyl. I loved making the artwork for our record.
Right.
I mean, I did the cover like, myself, and I just love the whole art form of making a vinyl. You can put some extra detail into, the putting the lyrics there and everything.
Cool. Cool. Did you have any input on the cover of your new release?
Yeah, like I said, I designed it.
Cool.
The guy who did our video, Emil, he took the photo, but I did all the layout stuff.
Okay. What was the last vinyl you bought?
Last vinyl I bought, it was probably two 7 inches from a band called The Solution.
Uh-huh.
It was one of Nick Anderson's, like he had a soul band like in the
Right.
early 2000s. And I found two of the vinyl 7 inches somewhere. It's just great music, sort of upbeat Motown kind of, you know.
Right. Cool. Cool. What kind of touring that you're going to do coming up? Extensive? Just a short set? What?
No, like I said, we don't have a booking agency working with us, so we're just booking shows here and there.
Uh-huh.
Um, we've gone to Germany before, but it's just so costful, it costs so much money. So in order to go back there and actually tour,
Right.
we need to have some support from somewhere. But we're still doing shows, mostly Sweden.
Cool. Cool. If you came to the United States, what venue would you like to play?
What's that famous one in San Francisco where where they shot the Frampton Comes Alive? It's
Wasn't
the
Whiskey a
film.
Go-Go, was it?
No, I think it's called the Fillmore, something
Okay.
like that.
Yeah. 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 Fillmore.
That would be cool, just because that's one of my favorite albums, Frampton Comes Alive, and it has such a good sound to it. And apparently, he said that a lot of the sound on the record has to do with how the venue sounds. It's a
Right. Yeah.
big like wooden room, and it's the perfect size, and I think that would really suit our music as well.
So what do you do in your spare time?
I don't. I write songs, man. That's all I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I ride my bike, I cook, but mostly I just write songs.
Okay. Did I miss anything that you'd like to talk about?
No, man. Anything you want to talk about?
I just wanted to see, I love the music, so I definitely wanted to reach out to talk to you about the music, and you gave me all my answers. So very good album. And like I said, some people don't really listen to stuff when they do interviews, but I do. And I even told you, I said it sounds a little bit like Tom Petty and Wallflowers, and that was my perception of it. So I want to congratulate you on what a great album you got coming out.
Thank you so much, man.
Cool. So would you like to say anything to the fans in conclusion?
I guess stay free would be
Yeah.
appropriate.
Yes, definitely, definitely, definitely. So thanks a lot for the chat, and enjoy your day, and best of luck.
Thank you, man. Nice talking to you.
Talk to you later, man. Bye bye.
Cheers. Bye.